Howdy everyone. Okay, let's get straight into the July Stretch Challenge, our next session. So what we're going to start to do is take 3 deep breaths in. Every time, trying to fill up more space. As you breathe out, literally let everything relax down. All right, now I want you to find your bad postural point of view. So for mine, it is a forward head, it's back here, all this kind of thing. And then I want you to think about pulling up through that backbone, really, really straight. Think about pulling it up, 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 up. So I don't think about pulling at the top of my head because I tend to find that it lifts the chin. Instead, I think about the back up here and then relax again. And then up, 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 up. Relax again, up. Very, very small. Now, holding through there, you're going to roll your shoulders, then look up. Roll your shoulders, look down, roll your shoulders, look straight. Shoulders up, shoulders down, shoulders straight. Shoulders, head, shoulders, head, shoulders, head. All right, now make them become one smooth motion. I'm rolling my shoulders back. I am not engaging my ribs at all. Okay, change your roll. Again, I don't want you to engage your chest at all yet. All right, while they're rolling forward, look to the right, to the left, center. Again, right, left, center. Right, left, center. Now making it smooth. Bum, give up, 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 give up. Stop right there. Okay, falling through the belly all the way down. Keeping your heels on the ground the whole time. When you're collapsing down, push your knees into the ground. Push, 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 push. And when you feel like you can't go anymore, that's when your body collapses. So I'm pushing my knees straight to my toes and I want to bring my heels up, but I am not going to. All right, this time let the arms extend out as well. Take them over behind you. Up and behind. Last one. All right, just hang there. Your knees can be nice and soft. They don't need to be straight. Just hang. I thought I was going to be cold. Just hang. Now bring your weight to your balls of your feet, bringing your weight to the heels of your feet. And the more you rock, the more I want you to breathe and letting yourself hang that little bit more. Now right now I can even feel my shoulders becoming my earrings. So I'm not trying to think about pulling them back or anything right now. All right, bend a little bit, pushing back up. All right, we're gonna take the arms out. Remember, try and find that really straight position. So if you have hyperextended elbows like me, don't get them to their full extent. Relax them a little bit. All right, we're gonna take our hand forward, down, to the back, down, forward. When my palms are up, I'm pushing my shoulders down my back. When my palms are also up, but flipped, I'm pushing my shoulders forward. Here, my feet are hip width apart. My feet are fairly parallel. I'm not super straight on that right now. Another 2 more. Push down your back. Stop. Take it over. Remember, push that hip, the opposite hip to the ground. This arm that's at the top, I do not want to see it collapsing. Stretch it straight. Try and keep your head in line with your spine. Don't drop it, don't try and lift it. So my hip feels like it's pushing down, my arm feels like it's pulling up. So we have stretching feeling like it's happening in two directions. You should feel all that stretch along here. Take it over. Find that middle position again. And over. Find the middle position again. Here, I'm tightening my abs as well. All right, this time we're going over with both arms. So see how I try to keep them as straight as I can. So the bottom one, I'm not trying to relax. I'm trying to stretch that one. Every time I come back up to the center, I push my shoulder blades back down my body. And my cat's going psycho. Relax down, coming up. Just gonna peg this guy back in. All right, shake that off a little bit. You're gonna take your arm across. Keeping it straight. Now bend your arm, of course. This is my other cat now, Miha. She has the zoomies. Now push your elbow. So this time I'm letting my hand go back. Take it over behind. And take it down. Keep it straight. Bend it in. Take it up. Other one. One. As I'm doing this, I'm still trying to push my shoulder down my back as well. Swap. Boom. Give them. Give them. All right. Take your hands one on top of the other. I like to try and get my thumbs to get at a meeting point because I'm going to flip my hands back behind me and I'm trying to open up my elbows. Open it up, relax it down. Open up, relax it down. Try not to have your back arching really strong here. Keep your knees soft. They don't need to be locked and straight. Okay, if you want to go a little bit more here, you can get on a wall or a door, something like that, and place your elbows, hopefully you can see me still, on the wall, and you can just walk your body out and stretch. If you don't have a close or available wall, you don't have to worry about that. All right, next, we're going behind the back and we're lifting up and we're trying to make our hands meet each other. If they can, good, interlock. Swap it over. So I'm finding my position, my alignment in the middle. One at the top, one at the back. If they can touch, you can interlock, interlace, interlock. I'm not sure which. Guess it's kind of the same thing. All right, shake the top half. Okay, now what we're going to do is I want you to think about kind of like happy cat, angry cat, Miha cat. You're making a happy cat, angry cat, but with your body upright. So keep your knees soft here. So as I'm pulling forward, I'm really thinking about someone grabbing my sternum and pulling my sternum forward. As I'm going back, I'm really thinking about someone pulling my spine back. Good, okay. Now go to the edge if you have a mat. If not, just make sure you have plenty of space. We're gonna roll down, keeping our knees straight. If you can walk your hands out with your heels on the ground, great. and then bring it back. Going down again. Walking it out. Coming back again. Soften your knees as you come up. And again. This time you're going to stay down. Alright, reach a little bit further this time. Trying to push my shoulder, no, not my shoulder blades, my armpits. I'm trying to push my armpits to the ground. I'm also trying to keep my heels on the ground as much as possible. They're not staying there right now, but that's okay. All right, lift up on your toes and push back down. Lift up and down. And if you can, try not to let your body go with your toes. Instead, leave your body where it is so it's actually lifting your hips up. Good. All right, bring your knees to the ground. Just hover there and bring it back up and hover back and hover back. As I come to my hover, I'm engaging my shoulder blades back down my back. Another 2 more. 1 more. Knees on the ground. All right, take your knees slightly apart. We're just going to sit back. So you may lightly feel this in your shoulders, shoulder blades, armpits, side of your torso, also down into your groin. All right, walking it back. We're going to transition. All right, I want you to point your feet. I want you to flex your toes, flex your feet. Point your feet, point your toes, flex your toes, flex your feet. Flex your feet, flex your toes. No, point your feet, point your toes, flex your toes, flex your feet, point your feet, point your toes, leave them, switch them. 1, 2. Now the whole time I'm doing this, I'm trying to keep my back as straight as possible. And I'm trying to push the back of my knees into the ground. Good. Leave it there. Run your hands down. They don't have to go all the way to your toes, but of course if you can, be my guest, put our serves to the test. The whole time you're doing this, you're trying to push the back of your kneecaps into the ground. As much as you can, you're trying to get your belly button to come forward to your knees. Lengthening, I'm not trying to look up and pinch the back of my neck. I'm also not dropping my head. So I'm just trying to keep a nice long spine. Alrighty, moving your butt down towards your feet. Okay, to start off with, we're just going to give our legs a gentle hug. Alright, taking one leg down and then switching. 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 I wonder if you guys can hear my cracking hip. Switching. It's okay, it's nothing bad. Every time my leg down the bottom is super straight, I'm really trying to lock all of the muscles in that leg. Every time I'm pulling the knee to my chest, I'm really trying to feel like I'm getting an opposition feeling with my legs. All right, hug behind your legs. Now you're going to start to take your toes up If you can, straighten your legs. If you can't, that's okay. If you need to let go, that's okay too. Keep your back on the ground though, so I don't want that lifted feeling there. We're not going to go too strong into the legs today, just a little bit. Pointing your feet as much as you can. Are your knees active? Are they pulling up towards your hips? Pulling your shoulders down your back still. All right, extend one leg. Take it over. Looking over to your side. And switching. Actually, take your knee on top first. Pull that in. Oh, that feels good. Push, push, push. All right, letting that down. Swapping it over. Taking it under. I need to move. Ranger. He's trying to get my other cat. Take it back. Oi. Come here. Why don't you sit here with us, huh? That would be good, wouldn't it? Okay. I feel like he's becoming a regular feature of naughtiness. Leave Miha alone. We have two cats. Ranger, who loves Miha, and Miha, who hates Ranger. So it's not a good combination. Alrighty. Alright, I want you to put the palm, what is this called? Palm of your foot to the ground and bring up your bottom foot. Just very, very light. Just very, very light. And switch. So, pretty sure it's not palm, but this bottom part of your foot. Let your other leg go down. Holding, holding. So for me, I'm feeling a little bit on the sides. Up here, this isn't super strong. It's not meant to be. Alrighty. Going onto your tummies. For those of you that like to do a back extension, remember, I personally don't go up onto my hands. So pushing your shoulders down your back. Yeah, they're gonna fight, amazing. And then lowering down. If you want to put your hands up, this is where you would put them up. I'm so sorry. And down again. And up. All right, we're gonna add a new one in today. Hands out straight. You're gonna I'm taking my left foot first, and I'm gonna try and touch my right hand with it. And over. Of course, the couch is in my way. And over. As I'm taking it up, I'm trying to open the knee even more. You'll also notice that my bottom leg is straight, 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 straight. Because remember, we're trying to get our body to recognize alignment and technique. And I'm also pointing this foot here. Take it down. All right, up. Sitting down. One leg in front of the other, so not cross so that your thighs, not your thigh, your leg is sitting on your foot. Instead, just forward. And first, I don't want you to think about just folding over. I want you to think about pushing this lower back into your feet. Walking it forward a little bit. Hello. Walking it forward a little bit more. And one more. The whole time that I'm doing this, I'm keeping my shoulders down my back. I'm not letting them extend forward. Okay. Switching. So remember, to begin with, you're just trying to think about pushing the back of your lower spine into your feet. And going forward. A few weeks ago, my back wasn't great. Going forward again. And I haven't found a remedial therapist here that I really am finding perfect for me. And I had a friend suggest someone who's not a remedial therapist. To be honest, I don't know what the therapy was. There was a lot of like pushing in and then stretching. But what I loved about this place is that they had cats there. And obviously, you know, they check if you're okay with them, and clearly I am. These little hairless cats. Again, go a little bit further. Remember keeping your shoulders down your back. And I remember finishing and calling Daniel, my husband, and saying, oh my gosh, this was the best ever. I'm sure that the therapy was good, but you would absolutely hate this. And he's like, what do you mean? And I said, because I said I was fine with the cats. And so the cats got to jump on the bed thing with me. And they were like, when I was on my side, so she could really get in here. The cat was in my arms and I was in heaven. Anyway, putting your hands on the ground, I want you to push your heels to the ground and push your hips up into the air. Put your hips up in the air, put your hips up in the air. And bend your knees slightly. And coming up. And if you want that to be the end, you can, of course, not worry about this next section. If you're down with the next section, we're going to start by tapping the top of our head. As we're tapping, we're having gratitude. Gratitude for our intelligence, gratitude for our knowledge, gratitude for our desires to search for more knowledge, better knowledge, growth. Tapping down to your neck, your shoulders. Take one hand over, down your arm. Grateful for your arms, that they help you hold things, that they help you hug people. If you use your hands a lot, that they help you communicate. All right, chest, tummy, back. Gratitude for breathing, for emotions, for heart, for feelings. Hip flexors, glutes, legs, thighs, down to our knees, putting good energy into our knees, our shins, our calves, our feet. Gratitude for the steps that we take each day. Coming up, coming up, coming up. And roll up. And that is the end of our session. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.